Oh, when she hits it, cool. So we are going to be jumping into the consumer platform and talking about setting up our websites. So logging into Command. I say this in a lot of trainings, but it does touch a lot of aspects of Command. Is setting up your marketing profile. It feeds a lot of your marketing material, and it's just it's really like one of the first 2 or 3 things you do when you first start with Command. So as always, you go to the settings, clicking on your name, and then connect settings. It's going to pop up here on the left, and then marketing profile, right? Incredibly important. Photos, logos, names, bios, numbers, I think I said logos already. Anywhere that has something with a red star needs to be filled out or it will not allow you to save. So kind of take a look at everything first, figure out everything you need, get it all together, then put it in. So you don't have to fill everything out and realize that oh, well, maybe I'll do the bio later, but you did all this work filling all this other stuff out and it won't let you save because it's a required, or the bio is not required, but like I don't know, what wouldn't you know? Maybe like Peter, he's getting up there in age and forgets his last name. I don't know. Something like that. So fill out your marketing profile. All right, so then we're going to jump down to the very last app, to the very bottom, consumer, is where we will find all of everything that has to do with the consumer experience. So as you'll see up here, we have agent site pages. These are all the pages that we have on your agent site. If you don't have any, that's okay. It just means you haven't set up your website. As you can see here, this will be your URL that your website is associated with. If you purchased a vanity URL, that's just fine too. You just have to um, wherever is the host, like GoDaddy or Gmail or Wix, or I don't know, whatever all the different platforms are for, purchasing domains. They'll have their own forwarding instructions. So you just go there and say that you want everything. Anytime someone types in that vanity domain that you created, will get redirected to this .kw.com address. Okay. And like I said, don't worry if you don't have any sites here. It just means that you haven't set them up. This will also be where you go to edit pages now. Previously, that was in designs for some reason. So they decided to go ahead and do what everybody was thinking and stop having things in 5 different places. And you can edit your pages by clicking the 3 dots and edit them once they're set up. So first thing we want to do is we want to go to site and app settings. And you'll notice here, we have a few things we can change right off the bat in terms of what it says. Has your site hero text, and the site hero text, if you're not familiar with that, I'll give you an example of where that's located. So find your dream home, that's called the site hero text. And as you can see here, find your dream home, so you can update that. I just left the default, it's fine with me. If you would like to put different hero images, and a hero image is what's behind the hero text, it's going to just be, and that is these pictures that filter back and forth and change as they sit on this page. You can do that here, and you can upload custom ones, and they give you some some parameters that you probably need to stick to. You can put up to 5 hero images here. And then let's see here. And then we can go ahead and link virtual tours. And what are the preferences here? And then you have the ability to toggle on and off the Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered on your app and site. So you can enable or disable people being able to use those services or sign up for those services when they're on your site. So that's under the general tab. You'll also notice at the very top here, we have this toggle switch. It's green. You want it to be green. Use my information to brand my agent site. Again, this has everything to do with your marketing profile. So if you have it filled out, you want to go ahead and make sure this is switched to green, because if it's not switched to green, let's see what happens. All right, agent site branding was disabled successfully. So what happens if I go ahead and just refresh this? Let's see if it does that in real time. I don't know if it does. It might take time. Right. All of my branding, you might get through all this whole thing and set it all up. Anyone notice that dog that was down there? It looks like the Dogecoin dog, since like Dogecoin is like huge right now. Anyway, all of my branding is gone. And I'm like, well, I just set up my whole website and it's like not anything that I did. What's going on? Toggle, this toggle. Acknowledge and continue. And that's why nothing is branded, because you didn't come to class and you didn't tell me, you didn't hear me tell you to do that. So that's everything on the general page. Under URLs, this is where we will, you can select, you can change your subdomain from whatever, a different .kw.com. I believe it should tell you if it's taken already. So go ahead and, make that one of the first couple of things you do too, just in case someone as people start to get wise and you start using command for their business, some of the, like Nova, whatever might be taken, right? So go ahead and make that one of the first few things you do. This is going to be the URL that you can start pasting and use to send to people when they download your app. It should be your branded app. We no longer have a QR code that's necessarily tied to your app that you can send to somebody. But a really cool trick to generate a QR code for any website is to first go to that website. So I'll go to that website. And this is a pretty cool thing that you can do for like virtual open house sign-ins and things of that nature. All right, so as you can see, it has my name on this unique domain that we have here. So if they download this, hopefully they would probably do this from their phone, right? Which is why you would maybe want to make this a QR code so someone can scan this on their phone in their phone browser, and then it'll direct them directly to their either the Apple Store or Apple Buy Store. Anyway, the Google Play Store, and they can download your app and it'll instantly be branded to you once they download it. They won't have to go in there and select you. So if you're using Google Chrome, and I only use Google Chrome, so I don't know how to do this on Microsoft products, but if you're using Google Chrome, which you should, all you have to do on any page that you want to make a QR code is just right click anywhere. And then one of the options here is create QR code for this page. So then now you have this fancy QR code and you can just download it. And you can put this picture on your business cards, on marketing material, and people can scan it and download your app, right? Put it on flyers, put it on your for sale signs, put it on your open house signs. And added bonus is it has this cool T-Rex in the middle, which is super cute. So that's how to make a QR code for any website. Okay. So any site you're on, just go to it, right click, create QR code for this page. They'll scan it on their picture, and they don't even need you don't even need a QR code app anymore. You just open up your camera on your phone, hover it over a QR code, it'll scan it, and the website will pop up something like either the bottom or the top of your phone. So pretty cool there. That's where you'll find your URLs. Featured listings. This is where you can go through, and these don't even necessarily have to be your listings either. So I actually do need to update these because I'm pretty sure all of these houses are sold. So you can go through and delete these featured listings. You can change the headline at the bottom. I don't know what's wrong with featured listings. It sounds good to me. And then we can go ahead and select listings. Let's see here. So you could have it only my listings. That way you're showing your listings if you have a lot of listings. that's fine. Or just go to all listings and then let's see here. Go by city. Leesburg. What's going on around Leesburg? Now, you know, I think we have a couple Ashburn listings in the office. I know Katrina has one. Is that how you spell Ashburn? Virginia.
There's one on Graduate Terrace.
Graduate Terrace. Did I miss it, or do you know of one?
No, I'm looking on the MLS.
Okay, let's just go to property address. Whoop, something happened. Let's reload that. Let's unselect those. Yeah, so the best way would probably go to the MLS. Search by office name. Anyway, okay, that's taking too much time. Go to the MLS, search by the office, find like the top 3 or 4 listings that you want, search for them in the property address, and then you'll just select the listings as they pop up. And then they'll be there. And then just remember to save changes. All right, then we have theme. We can go back and forth between the red theme or the dark theme. I personally don't see a difference. I don't actually know if anything's changing when you're doing those. So that might be something they're looking at doing. And then we have our agent site pages. This is how, if you take a look at the website, not that one, because that one looks the non-branded one. Let's go back to it after we toggled it back on. They call it like the little hamburger here. See how they're in this order: about me, Keller Mortgage, get in touch with, reviews, leave a review. They're in that order because that's the order I have chosen here. About me, Keller Mortgage, get in touch with us. We can arrange this differently, right? We can change that arrangement. When we, and this is also when we create a new page, this is where we will add it to our website as well. So when I say create a new page, I mean not one of the default pages that comes with our site, and we're going to get to that here in a second. Okay, and that's everything to do with the site app and settings. So from there, it probably makes sense to go ahead and talk about actually setting your site up. So clicking this Learn More with Kelly guides is what we're going to do. So which Kelly guide would you like to complete? We want to go ahead and do agent site and then hit continue. So what should you expect from this guide? We're going to choose your subdomain, the theme and styling, and then create the page. So this is essentially everything you could do from the app and site settings, but it kind of guides you along the process in more of a structured, how do I put it? You know, kind of like obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So it just runs you along the gambit of everything you need to do. So it starts with your subdomain. If you don't have your marketing profile filled out, it will force you to do that. I just highly recommend you do that before you get to this point. And then this is where you're going to, so all this stuff should already be filled in, right? So then we're going to save and continue. Please, you must claim and confirm your domain. Okay, subdomain. Let's see here. That should already be confirmed. Is it not going to let me go forward? Because it's like, one second. wonder. Okay, there we go. I just had to delete it. Then let's save and continue. It'll obviously the theme. Your search starts here. That's fine. I honestly don't care what that says. This gives you the ability to change your hero images. Like I said, it's pretty much the same thing that we did already. But it just kind of guides you along the process. So this might be a better place to start. It is the best place to start because it does start you along the path of creating like this company profile. It doesn't necessarily have to be a company profile. You can use this page for anything. It's just set up this way. I recommend going and looking at some other KW websites to see how people use these pages, to switch them around and to customize them, because if you're not used to building web pages, for me, it's hard to start from scratch and see what's possible and not possible, right? So when filling in the content, I would say hit up some of the Facebook groups, and there's a lot of people that post their agent sites to get some better ideas on some of the content you should be adding or not adding. Okay, so this is where, and as you can see, it headline 2, section headline 2, it labels everything so you know where it's going. So the page header is going to be here. So this is the header. And as you change it over here, it's changing on that side, so you know exactly what's being changed. And then this intro paragraph is going to be right here. Enter this quick description. This is what this is here, right? So it makes it easy because it's updating in real time, so you know exactly what's being changed. Let's see. So something that you could do here, you know, you could talk about, you know, you as a listing agent, or you as your some of the services that you offer, you know, like number one listing agent. Oops. In 20165. And then, you know, we offer blah, blah, blah. You know, and maybe even put like bullet points or something. I think you have to create the spaces. Oh, what do you do to create spaces? There's some HTML code for line break. What is that? BR. I know this like seems, so I think if you do, one second. Where's the caret? Is this how it works? Well, I'm not good at HTML code, but I think if you just write in some, you know, rudimentary stuff about yourself, about your business, and then you'll continue, and then we have, this is your bio, right? Essentially, I would just copy and paste your bio directly here. SEO description is going to be, it gives you an idea of search engines show the SEO description search results. Optimizing description is a very important aspect, as search engines will match keywords used in consumer search with this description. What that essentially means is when people are searching for you, you want to be able to find this particular page on your site. You need to put stuff in your SEO description, so that way if they're searching for, you know, Northern Virginia, you know, bios for Northern Virginia real estate agents, they'd be more than likely to find this page and not another page on your site, essentially. Okay. And then this is like one of the other pages, the About Me page. So we had the company profile, we had the About Me page, and then we have a Contact Us page. These are like the 3 basic pages that they start you out with. So then you can change anything about this, you know. page title. Get in touch with us. All right, again, adding SEO descriptions. And we'll save and continue. All right, so then we can create new sites. At this point, I would just go ahead and just log back into Command. We go back to consumer. And now because I redid that, I have like all these extra pages now. So I think if I like reload this, it's gonna look kind of funky. Yeah, so now it has all these like extra pages in here because I kind of redid it and just added in those pages basically. So there's some pages I don't want there. So I'll just go ahead and just get rid of them, delete. And then we can delete that one. And then that one. Okay, so that's all the pages we made. So if we want to go ahead and add, create a page and then add it to our website, right? So say we want to add a testimonial page. So let me just go ahead and delete the one I have, and then we'll just start from scratch. All right, so we're going to create a page, and then we can decide whether it's going to be a one-off landing page or on my site. So we're going to create on my agent page, create a page. And they make it really easy here, and they just have all these widgets over here. So what we want to do is we want to make a capture form first. Let's make the capture form. All right. And then we want to do is there a team agent profile, carousel, contact form? Yeah, that's fine. Then we're going to configure that widget. Team name is not Royal Realtors. That's a hard word for me to spell for some reason. Tell us how we did. Okay, how would you rate your experience? And that stuff's fine. So I'm going to save and apply. All right. Thank you for being a valued client to help me continue to provide best service, blah, blah, blah. And this is how they're going to leave a review on my page. I want to put testimonials, and I'm going to save the page. Would you like to publish to site and app settings to publish your page? Yes. All right, so now we want to, it takes us right here to agent site pages, which is neat. It didn't do that before. So remember I said this is where we go to add those pages. So we're gonna add a page. We just created this testimonials page, and we're gonna continue. Test. Leave a review. And the slug is essentially just a derivative of the title. Leave dash a dash review, and leaving a review for real estate purchase or sale. I'm going to save. And now that page that we just created is that testimonials page is now on my website. once it's done spinning. So all we did there, and I'm going to probably put that there, is we were under agent site pages, I believe. Yep. And we created a new page. We made it on the agent site, and we just used the widgets, configured the widgets. It took us directly to the agent site pages where we added it to our website. Right. So pretty easy. I will say, they're still very, they're still like limited in what we can and can't do. But from where they started, a couple of years ago to where they are now, they are light years better. There's still, it's still a lot of mechanical work to get them to look okay and function the right way. But I will say they are very functional and very useful place to drive traffic. So then just give you an idea of what the page that we made just created. So that's exactly what we just made. And now it's already on the site. So very quick. Okay. And then, so let's say someone like leaves a review. We can go back to our agent site pages. And I think it's this one. Pretty sure it's this one. Yeah. So this is where you can update your reviews, essentially. See, this one's all kind of mangled. How do I get rid of that thing? Let's get rid of that. There we go. So you would configure the widget. This widget cannot be configured. How about this one? Well, I don't like that. Once you're happy with the layout, okay. How do I? That's weird. I wonder. Tell you what, how do we delete that? See, they're going to go ahead and make me delete the whole page to start over. This is probably because I made this page previous to them coming back with the guide builder with the new widgets, and it's just not meshing well with it. So if you haven't made a site, it'll be a lot more smooth and seamless for you. So I need to go in here and just essentially just redo this page. But for now, I'm just going to leave it because I really don't feel like redoing it right this second. Okay. Configure widgets done. Fill in the required fields. And I did that. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to mess with it right this second. Okay. So are there any questions so far? You guys think that you could go on here and make your own consumer web page? Awesome.
I have a question that's not directly related to web pages. It gets back to QR codes.
Okay, what's up?
So once upon a time, there was a Kelly app and it had a QR code associated with it. And then they disabled that version of the app and the QR codes that were connected to it.
The QR code on the Kelly app was for giving it to other agents to expand your referral pipeline for other KW agents.
Right. My general question, is there a way to reuse an existing QR code?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I don't know how to take a QR code and embed a different
link.
Yeah, I don't know how to make it go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I know how to make something go to a QR code. I don't know how to make a QR code go somewhere else. Let's put it that way. Awesome. So I think the best course for you guys that when you start getting in here and kicking around would be to, like I said, do your marketing profile, go to consumer, and start off with the configure your site and do the Kelly guide. Learn more with Kelly guides and set up your. It's going to essentially go through all of these things. It's going to do the general URLs, feature listings, themes, and the agent site pages. So start with the Kelly guide. It'll get you up and running, um, and then you can go through and add different pages as you see fit. But that's kind of where you want to start. Okay. Awesome. All right, guys. Well,
I have a question.
go ahead.
It's not related to this, but it's every time I go into DocuSign, it says I'm signing in from a foreign, from someplace else. And I'm signing in from my computer all the time. So then I have to go, they have to send me an email and they have to confirm it's me. Why is it doing that?
Are you signing in from the same computer every time?
Yeah, every time. Every time I sign in from the same computer.
Mm-hmm. Are you signing in from different networks? What I mean by that, are you signing in from like at home and then signing in from the office and then maybe from like a Starbucks?
Well, the last couple times that I've done it, I've signed in from home. So
Okay.
I mean, I either sign in from home or sign in from here. So when I signed in from home, and then I did all my stuff, and then I left I had to go do some other stuff, and then I came back to do the DocuSign. I was still at home, but it still said I was signing on from something different, from a different device. I don't understand that.
Are you using Chrome or are you using Microsoft?
Using Chrome, and I'm incognito.
Okay, so when you're signing into DocuSign, don't do incognito then.
Okay.
It's not remembering you that way. So just do it from a normal Chrome browser and you shouldn't have any issues. After maybe it may ask you one more time from a regular browser, and then the cookie should kick in and it should remember.
Okay.
It should remember you.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, if you're in any issues along the way, shoot me an email, text, call me, and we can work through it, or we can go ahead and just set up like a quick 30 minutes Zoom call, and I can help you troubleshoot and get you back on track. So, thank you for the uptick in attendance. I really appreciate it. Hoping more of the agents start showing up and taking advantage of some of the really cool things. That command can help with. I will say I just sent out that I put together and sent out that quarterly magazine for the first time and got really awesome results. One of my good friends in Florida opened it up and he said, "Hey, did you make all that content?" And I was like, "God, no." He's like one of my best friends from high school. I was like, "No, of course not. I just put my branding on it," but he thought it was really cool and he liked it. So I think I've already had like 20% of the people I sent it to, and I sent it to like 100 people, open up the email, and like 10 people clicked on the link for the digital magazine. So check out the class we did to create the digital magazine, and then check out that quick little video I put, the Loom link on how to get the link. So when you are making your emails, you essentially just embed the link into like a little button that they can click. So when they, I'll just show you what my email looked like, and then kind of give you an idea of how I did it. Because me just saying it probably doesn't help very much, but you know what? I'll open it up in designs. Makes more sense. Email. So basically all I did was I took the first page, like the cover of the magazine, and I just made a picture on an HTML email. And then I added a button to that email. So then when they click that button, click to view, it opens up it opens up the what do you call it? The magazine. So then they can scroll through it. So that's exactly what this is exactly what the email looks like. So it has the branding, it has the picture, and then they click to view, and then they can open up the magazine. So pretty slick looking email and a pretty good magazine too. And when you're in design, it gives you the ability to send these designs directly to a printer, or you can download them in different formats like PDFs, PNG, picture files. If you need the information for a good printer, there's a really good one in Sterling called GAM, GAM. And they print with really high quality paper. So if you just wanted to print like maybe 5 to 10 of them to like bring to listing presentations, you know, because you're able to add like featured listings and stuff like that in here. I think it'd be really cool if you had like a nice glossy magazine, just as an example of some of the marketing material that you were able to put together. I think that would really wow potential sellers and kind of set you apart. So,
is it like a reminder? Forgot how it's called. Reminder.
Reminder Media, like American
Media.
Lifestyle Magazine. Yeah. So
Yeah.
each issue is very similar. It starts off with a letter from you, which they already write the letter for you, and you just put your name and your logo on it. And then it goes into, it has these 3 different articles. Not these exact articles every time, but it's gonna be 3 different types of articles. One of the articles is about real estate. One of them is gonna be about like how to make your house like something, how to improve your house based on the season, and something about like decorating your house, or they're pretty well put together articles. So all the content is there for you, and then there's extra pages in there to show how the market was doing for Q1, and then you can feature some listings. So you're just gonna need to get some information from the MLS, and then really you're just copy and pasting stuff. But like I said, it's a really cool tool to send off to your database. Either if you want to actually print them and send them to like 20 people, I don't think that would cost you more than like $50-$60 to print off, you know, maybe 15-20 magazines. So anyway, take advantage of this stuff, guys. It's super easy. And
That's the class you have last week?
yes.
Okay. And then we can see all the classes on Facebook?
On Facebook or our YouTube channel. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually haven't been posting the classes as rigidly onto the Facebook page, but all of them are on the YouTube page.
Okay.
So that's probably the easiest way to access them.
Yeah.
So how did I do on YouTube? Did I have to put a KW dollars?
Yeah, or Mike can do it too.
Let's see here, YouTube. So what you want to do is log into YouTube from your from Chrome.
Right.
So that way it's like your specific YouTube, and then you want to search for Keller Williams Realty Dulles, and then just subscribe.
Okay.
And then it'll always be here on the left-hand side under subscription, so you don't have to keep searching for it. And then once you're under Keller Williams Realty Dulles on YouTube, you can just go to videos. And the best way is to just sort it by newest.
date?
Yeah, by date. And then this will show.
I have them created in playlists too. So if you click on playlist, I have the tech calls in a folder. I have productivity coaching in a folder, and then Ignite in a folder. So within each of those playlists, you can also sort it by date that it was uploaded, if that helps.
Damn. Super easy. And then you could, if you click this bell, every time a new video is uploaded, it should ping you somehow. I don't know how it does it, but anyway. If you want the latest and greatest on every video that gets uploaded to our YouTube channel.
Okay. I will do that.
Cool. Any other questions?
Not a question, but when we're done recording, I've got a quick comment for you, Mike.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Kari, you
Yeah,
can probably